Hello everyone, it's Maria here from pepperlyrose.blogspot.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to share with you a cute little 3D project using the Home Sweet Home Thinlit dies. These are the little houses that are just adorable, and they're in the holiday catalogue. But I'm not going to show you the catalogue because it's just going to take too long. This is quite an involved video, so I've done a lot of prep work in advance, but I am going to show you what I've used. So today I'm using the Jolly Friends bundle, which comes with the matching Jolly Builders hat, Jolly Hat Builder Punch, sorry, and they come together as a bundle at 10% off, or you can buy them separately. So I'm using those today. I'm using the Timeless Textures stamp set, and I'm using this wooden looking texture stamp there, and I'll show you how I'll use that in a few minutes. I'm using also the Owl Builder Punch. I have not used this punch for quite a while, but it is super adorable. So there will be an owl involved in this project as well, so I hope you'll enjoy that. Also, I'm using the Home Sweet Home Thinlit dies. And sorry, I knocked the tripod there. I'm using this house. I cut it out twice. So as you can see here, I've cut this out twice through the Big Shot. And with that circle in the middle, I used the Layering Circles Framelits dies, and I used this one over here. And what I did was, with the Big Shot, was once I cut that out, you need to do this twice in order for you to have a house. One, you leave plain as is. The other one, you just put the circle framelit on there, and I ran that through the Big Shot, so that's that one. I also used with the I also use this, which is the roof. I'll show you one half of the roof that I've already made, and I needed to cut out, that comes out like this, I needed to cut out 12 of these strips that look like roof tiles. So I cut that out 12 times. So I'll just pop these framelits away so that they don't get mixed up. There's quite a few bits and pieces that I've used for this project. And I also used the Pretty Pines Thinlit dies, and I used that fern over there, and I've also used this little berry flower looking thing here. So I'll show you all these pieces cut out so you can see exactly what I've done. Okay, so we'll get started. So as you can tell, I've cut 2 of those Home Sweet Home, the house parts. I've cut out 12 of these. I've got 6 here, but I'm going to show you how I assembled it. In chocolate chip, and this is in crumb cake. You need a little piece of basic black cardstock. I cut out those pines in garden green, and I cut those out 3 times. I cut out these berry strips here too 3 times. They look like that. But we won't need all of them, but I just cut them out so that I have options. You'll need a piece of chocolate chip cardstock, cut it 2 1/4 inches by 4, and then you cut it in half at 2, because this will form the basis of your roof for this birdhouse. And you will need the Owl Builder Punch, and I used Early Espresso to punch out the owl body. With the eyes, the biggest circle I used crumb cake, then I used Whisper White for the second circle, and for the pupils I used the Early Espresso again for that. And for the little body there, for that part there, I used the Candy Cane Lane Designer Series paper. So this looks super cute. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to assemble it. I've done a little bit of assembling beforehand so we don't waste time, but you will see me assemble it from start to finish, but there's a lot of prep work involved. So we'll get started on the prepping. What I'm going to do at the moment is I'm just going to attach on these roof tiles. So it looks like this. This is the finished result. So it's got a beautiful 3D effect. So I'll show you how I assembled that. So I'll just make sure I've got it the right way around. Like so, yep. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll grab my liquid glue And I'll just attach these on very quickly. It's a quite involved little house, but it'll make a perfect little gift. I'll make sure it's flush on the edge, and then I'll just do it on the edges. Oop, grab another lot and put the glue down. Not a lot of glue, you can be a very thin film and it'll stick faster too. So I'll just pop that underneath and like so. So kind of stagger them so they don't all look exactly the same. Let's do it that way. Yeah. So I'll stagger that on there. Okay, so put that on there. Do the same again, and I'll just put the glue only on the edge there. Otherwise, you won't have that nice lifted tile look. So I'll just pop that underneath there, like so. Oops. So stagger them just a little bit. Stick that right down. See that? Then, and this is chocolate chip, in case I didn't say that before. Okay. I'm trying to show you how to assemble this very quickly so that you can get an idea of it, how to do it at home yourselves or with me, it's up to you. But it does take a little prepping, so I just didn't want to do that on camera because it's just too much and it'll take a lot of time, and I don't think you want to see me just cutting out with the big shot. So I thought I'll do some of the prepping beforehand just to make it easier. And we have one more to go. Oops. Yep. And one more. Oops, where'd it go? There it is. Okay. One more there. And we are done with the roof. Okay, so it doesn't take long once all the pieces are cut out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off those extra bits off that part. So I'll just get my scissors, turn it upside down, and I'll just cut only on the sides of the roof. So as I said before, it's 2 1/4 by 4, and then I cut it in half at 2 inches. Okay, so it looks like that now, so you will see the roof in a minute. Okay, so the roof is done, so I'll pop that over there. Now with the house itself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp a wooden texture, and I'm using, as I said before, the Timeless Texture, that wood part, and I'm going to stamp it all over very quickly in crumb cake ink. So I'll start off with that. I'll grab my crumb cake ink. Oops. Bit of a mess here. Should have seen it before. It was like a bomb hit it. So much stuff everywhere. It's just crazy. Alright, so I'll just ink that up now in crumb cake. I'll stamp off and see how it looks stamped off. Now, I'll just stamp it on. It's just random. Just want it to have that wood texture. And I'll do underneath, why not? Okay, so you have that wooden texture right there, and I'll do the same for the other one. And I'll just re-inked this pad, so I should have plenty of ink. I'm just doing it at full strength. With the tabs, I'm not going to worry about stamping that too much. If it goes there, it goes there. If it doesn't, that's fine. Kind of blend that in a little bit. Okay, so that's that wooden texture bit, stamped bit done. So as you can see. So what I'll do now is just stamp the hat that I'm going to use. And today I'm using this image, that image, and that little pom-pommy bit there. As I showed you in a previous video, the one before, what I did was I did a template. So I used my punch, cut out a template, and then I arranged my stamps according to that template. So I can just stamp everything in one colour and then I punch it out at once. So that makes it very, very easy. So that's what I've done there. So I'm just going to ink that up in real red ink. And I'm going to punch that, that hat out. So I'll just punch that out and stamp it on here. So stamp it on. Just hold it for a few seconds. And that really stamped out perfectly. Very good. Okay. So now I'll just grab my Jolly Hat Builder punch. Just let that dry for a minute or two, a second or so. And now I'm just going to punch it out. Just make sure I've got it all there in. And I'll punch that out. Okay, so I've got the hat all done. That looks super cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my little owl and I will attach the little pieces onto the hat. So just on the edge, along the edge of that hat there, I'm just going to put a little layer of glue and I'm just going to stick the trimming on top of that. So it's going to look like that. And I love this Jolly Hat Builder punch because not only does it coordinate with that stamp set, but you can use it for your Fox Builder punch, you can use it for your owl punch, and what's the other punch you can use it for? There's another one. I can't think of it right now, but anyway, you can use it on these little animals as well, so you have lots of options. So on the tip of that hat, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue and I'll stick that pom-pom bit right there, just right on the tip. Okay, so there you have that hat attached. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the hat on top of the owl, and I'm going to have her ear or his ear, whatever, sticking out there a little bit. So just like that. Cute. Okay, so I'll just put the little bit of glue just on the edge there. And I'm going to stick that on like so. I'll cover his eye a little bit, and that's okay. So it looks like that. Cute. Very, 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 very cute. Okay. So now what I will do is I will grab the Thinlit pieces there for the Home Sweet Home, and I'm just going to burnish those score lines. So that's one great thing about this Thinlit set, is that it also scores it for you. So all you have to do is just fold on the score lines and just start assembling. So it makes it very, very easy. So I'll just quickly assemble and burnish, I meant. That. So this will make a great Christmas gift. So I'll do another one there. Burnish those score lines. So the birdhouse idea with the owl is not an unusual idea. It's been around for a long time, but we never had the Home Sweet Home Thinlit dies. We just made our own, you know, milk boxes, our own templates, or we used to have a milk box template die years ago, and we don't have that anymore. It retired. So having this Thinlit dies is fantastic, because then we can make our own houses without trying to make our own milk box templates. So yeah, this is quite good. It makes crafting easy. What I'm going to do is put some liquid glue right on that tab there, and we'll attach the two houses together. So just put a little bit of glue there, just trying to make it. So just line that up like so. So make sure all this lines up perfectly, And those bottom lines there, those score lines line up together, so it looks like that. As you can see, it's nice and straight. There we go. Just hold that down for a few seconds. Okay. What I'm going to do next is, before I attach it and make it look like a house, I need to put the owl, because I want the owl's head to stick out of that hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it through the bottom and angle it like that. Okay, so that's through the bottom. So as you can see, I did that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue just down the bottom and on the feet. I know you don't see the feet and everything, but it's a good idea to keep them there, because that will be the bit that you glue on, and it anchors the owl into that hole there. So it looks like that. Isn't that cute, with its head poking out? Oh my goodness, so cute. Okay, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to attach a piece of black cardstock that I trimmed down to fit that area. And the reason why I've done that is that so the owl looks like it's poking its head out from the inside, and so the inside is always dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue just on the edges, not all over, because then the glue will seep through to the other side. So I'll just attach the glue now, just right on the edges, as you can see. And then I'm just going to put it on the inside and attach it on like so. Oops. Just hold it down for a few seconds. Okay, so it looks like that. Isn't that cute? And the owl just kind of sticks out a little bit, so it's adorable. Gives it almost like a 3D effect, like that. See, isn't that cute? All right. Now that that's done, we're going to now attach the house like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on that tab. Right there. And now I'm just going to fold it like that. And you can see now it's starting to look like the house. Isn't this adorable? Okay. All right. So what we're going to do down the bottom is we're going to put a little bit of glue just on those tabs. Just a thin layer. And then I will put that one down, and then I'm going to put glue on that end flap. So you can use your Tombow. I've just got this glue and I've had it for years and it doesn't run out. So once that runs out, I'll be getting my Tombow. And I'm just going to put my bone folder on the inside and just flatten it out there. Make sure it's all nicely attached. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this house open with one part of the roof not stuck down. So it's just going to add like a little closure. It's going to look like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this part open, and what I'm going to do now is just attach, put some liquid glue just on these two tabs. So I'll do that now very quickly. Get out glue. And there. And I'm just going to put the roof on there and stick that down. So I'll just hold it from the inside and make sure it's flush. It doesn't go everywhere. And luckily with liquid glue you have that little bit extra time to just wiggle it around a little bit if there's a mistake. Just hold it there. Just hold one side down for a little bit. And now this side again. Might put a little bit of glue right on the edge. Didn't go right on the edge before. That'll stick it down. Make sure it's flush, okay? So that's all flush. And then that's flush. Okay. You can use tear and tape on this, but there's no room for error. Once that tear and tape sticks down, that's it, it's gone. Okay. So whilst that's drying a little bit, we're going to turn it on its side and we're going to start attaching the green ferns. Now I'm going to give them a little trim. I cut the smallest ferns from the pine, what is it, Pretty Pines Thinlit die. So I used this one over here, and I'm just going to cut it down a little bit because it's a little long, and I'm only going to cut off just the last 3 bits there. So I'm going to do the same on this one. So I'm going to cut out the last 3 bits, so you just trim it off. Excuse me. And one more time, trim off the 3, and that gives a nice amount there. So I'll just arrange it down the bottom. I'm just going to put glue along the spine. Excuse me, I'll be back. I just need some water. Sorry, I'll be back in a second. Hi everyone, I'm back. Sorry. I don't know why I got so dry and I couldn't talk and it was terrible. Anyway, I'm just going to attach some glue along the spine of that little pine bough fern thingy branch. That's right, I'm always lost for words. This is terrible. And I'm just putting it along the bottom because I don't want it all to stick down. I want it to have some texture and some movement, and I want it to stick out a little bit to make it look a little bit more 3D. I'll put the next one down too. So just along the bottom 3 after I've cut that. I trimmed it down, and I'll just put it along here like so. Just adorable. I love this thing. And as I said, I cut out these little red berry things. I cut 3 of them out, but you won't need 3. So what I've done was with one of them, I've just started to trim off a little bit of the branch. So I'm just going to trim off just along the bottom here. I think you'll just need this to cut this out once, and I think that will be it. And it might even be too much anyway, we'll see. I'll start arranging it down here. Just have little pops of red and make it look a little bit more Christmassy and festive. So I'll just put a little bit of glue down there. Just pop that on here. And pop that up maybe a bit behind as well, the fern, which is why I didn't want to stick it all down. So you can add these little pops of red behind. So it looks like that, so you can see close up. Super adorable. And add another one. Oops. Oop. Just attach some, get some glue on there. And just pop it on, I don't know, about here. I can stick out a little bit. And another one about, I don't know, there. So stick some glue on there. Stick it over there. And with our third piece, we'll just pop that over the top. I might trim it down a little bit more, just one more off. That's all. One with 3 and one with 4, I think, trimmed off. And there we have it. And just stick that over the top. And this one I think we can stick all the way down except for those needle points just along the spine of it. Let's do it this way. Just to cover it up a bit. There we go. Okay, so that's the bottom bit done. Isn't that cute? Too adorable for words. I'll make it come down a little bit. And if you want to stick those other little bits just to make it look like it's got more foliage there, go for it. I mean, I might do that now actually. I'm just trim off that little bit there. Make it look a little bit more together, and just stick it down there, I think. Yeah. So I'll just stick some glue there. Put it down here so it doesn't look empty. Oops, stuck onto my finger. There we go, just get in there. That's it. And maybe one more down here. So all these bits come in handy. These little pine bits, branches, are cut out in garden green. So it's just lovely there. I think I'll just leave it at that, okay? Yeah, I'll leave it at that. But that's, oh, yeah, there. And now I'm going to attach one part of the roof. So I'll just attach it there. So that's done now. Cute. Now I'm going to attach the roof. So I'm going to put some glue just on that bit of that there. So just along the edge. But do not attach glue on that flap. Okay, we want to keep that unglued because it's supposed to stay open. Now we'll just even it up on either side to make sure it's square. And we'll just do it right to the tip of the roof there, right to the tip. Okay, so just square it up, make sure it's all even on either side. Have the flap down so there's no confusion. So that's one part of the roof attached. Now we're going to do it on the other side. And we don't put any more adhesive, we just leave that unglued, nothing. So again, we will put some glue all on this side, along the edges. And we'll put some glue right there. Even it up on both sides, make sure it's even. And just do a mock closure. So we'll close like this, and make sure that because it's liquid, you can kind of line them up. Okay, we'll do a mock closure, and then we'll try and line up the roof to make sure that they meet together. So it looks like that. There we go. Oh, that is just too cute for words, honestly. Too cute for words. So that's the little birdhouse, all done. Isn't that great? And what I'm planning on putting in here is I found these Lindt chocolates. They are just divine. They come in a packet of 6 flavours, so I've got 5 here. They're really cute, and they're tiny little squares. So they're about, I don't know, 1 inch wide or so. So you can fit 5 of them in here. So I'll just pop one in there now, and I'll pop the next one, and the next one, the next one, and the next one. So that fits 5 in there perfectly. And I'm just going to now close this up. Let's hope it stays closed. And there we have it, guys. A really cute treat box. Owl birdhouse. I love this thing. So cute and just super adorable. I hope you found this video helpful, this tutorial. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Sorry that I did a lot of the prep work beforehand, but it was just going to take too long if I didn't. Now, if you want people to know that they can actually open it up from there, what you can do is just put like a little loop of ribbon and attach it onto here, so that way people will go, oh, and they'll just pull it out and do it that way. I haven't got time for that. I think the video will take too long, but you can get the idea that way people will understand that that's where it opens. Okay, guys, I hope you like it. So cute. And I hope this gives you a Christmas gift idea. I know I used a lot of products, but hey, you can use them all together and they coordinate really well. Okay guys, take care and feel free to change it up if you wish, any way you like. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hi everyone, I'm back again. I'm so sorry. Very quickly, I didn't like the look of that hat. It just didn't seem right to me. Although cute, I didn't think it fitted this particular area very well. So what I did was I cut another hat out again, and this time I used the Candy Cane Lane Designer Series paper to cut out a matching hat that matches the owl's outfit. So I cut that out, and then I stamped these two pieces out. And so what I'm going to do is, whilst on camera, I'm going to attach this on again so you can see how much better it can look. I just didn't like it. I looked at it and I went, oh, I don't really like that. So I'm just going to quickly just piece it over the top. So I'll match it up again. So if you do something like I did yourselves, just know hope is not lost. You can actually just stick it over the top. Okay, so now I'm just going to attach the trimming over the top, so you wouldn't know that there was any difference right there. And attach it there. So it's like having a little template down the bottom. So you line that all up so no one will know. And if anything, you'll just have like an extra thick hat, so it gives it even more dimension. Just line that up even better. There we go. Line that up now. I think that looks better already. Don't you agree? And now I'm just going to put the pom-pom bit on top, and I have to line that up too. Just get some glue there. Quick, quick, quick. And I'll attach that on, and let's see if I'll move it around till it all matches up, and there we go. That matched up perfectly. So there we go. I think that looks a lot better. I hope I redeemed myself on this one. You didn't give up on me. But yeah, I think that looks much, much better. So I hope you enjoyed this project. Sorry for coming back again, but I couldn't help myself. I had to fix it up because it was just driving me mental. Anyway, take care guys, and I hope you enjoyed this project, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.